I don't always drink beer. Sometimes I prefer cold duck on the rocks.
Oh, that was a stinker! Hello, foolish mortals! That's not right. Uh, Hello, everybody, and welcome to the diaries. I'm carrying this around today because I wanted to use it in the opening, and now I've done so, so I'm going to put it over here. Okay. Well, this episode is a little bit like many of the others, as far as I'm assuming it's going to be. I could be wrong. You never know. Things happen. One thing I'm planning to do in this episode is this Saturday coming, I do not have my junior bowlers because they're bowling in tournaments. Or no, they're not bowling in tournaments. There's a tournament at the center, and so all the lanes are used up. So I won't have my juniors. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is go out to the farmer's market. There's something I am looking for at the farmer's market. I don't know if they'll have it there, but they might. I'm looking for some powdered hatch chili. It's very difficult to find powdered hatch chili, or maybe not even powdered. It can just be, like minced or whatever. But it's very difficult to find the hatching in the chilies in the very state where they hatch all over the place. But I'm trying to find it. I got them a long time ago from, I was in Scottsdale doing a film thing. We had a booth for Kids Stuff Films. And there's this little place where they had local growers and their seasoning, little bottles of seasoning. Somebody had a bottle of hatch chili. And I used it in some of my stuff, but you use very, very little hatch chili unless you want to set off an explosion. So it took me about 3 years, almost 4, to go through that whole bottle, but I finally managed to do it. I think, as a matter of fact, I used the last of it in one of the early diary episodes when I was making something. I don't remember what I was making, but I do remember that I used the last of that. So I'm looking for that, and with any luck, maybe I'll find it. But, if not, well, go to other places until I find it, I guess. Also in this episode, more to the point, we have the 2 busts that need to be finished, so I can hang them up on the wall and make them look all really cool and spooky and stuff like that. The 2 vestibules, which I need to finish. So we have that, and probably some other stuff as well, I would think, because that's usually the way it winds up. So, without any further ado, let's get going. Alright, so now that the boxes are done, I'll show you again. Clink plonk. There it is. Looks pretty cheesy with the very delightful. Go on, Prince! Go on, Flint! Lighting it up. My phone decided to blow up while I was talking to you. In any case, now I need to get the what I'm going to use for the trim. So I'm going to head on down to Hoblob and take a look at some of the things there, because it's got to be light. Like I said before, I don't want it to weigh much. And so I'm going to go check that out first. Then I'm going to come back, take this poster down, and hopefully I can frame out these boxes and we can get them hung. So let's see if we can get to that far, at least, before my phone goes blink blank again.
20 minutes later.
Okay, well, I got something a little different than I was anticipating. I got a whole box of candles. No, that's for something else. I bought some red material. Very, very generic red material, which I can kind of bunch up a bit and laid down on either side of the box. And then I got this. Ruffled ridge here. Ruffled ridge. Wow. I'm going to put this across the top, and then I'm going to have the red bunched together, other material, and dropping down from either side. That will look like it's a little cooler. And then I've disappeared off screen, but I'm really here. You have to believe me. I got some tassels, and I'm going to put the tassels in each of the corners. And we'll see how that works. Who knows? But fortunately, now that I just got home, I have to leave again because I have to go to my my old job, the one I'm not working at anymore, the other bowling center, and get my W-2 because they mailed it to me and it didn't get here. It went back to them, so I'm gonna go get it now.
One eternity later.
We're at that wacky time of year when filming this direction. Boy, I'm supposed to keep stuff off of there. When filming this direction is a little more complicated because the sun hits the building across the way in such an angle that it just reflects like crazy in here. Anyway, we have an unboxing. I know what it's supposed to be, so let's see what it is. Now I had this was specially made, and the person who made it was not entirely happy with the result. And I want to see for myself. Well, of course I'm going to see for myself. It's my item now. Alright, here we go. Well, let's see. We have air thingies. It's wrapped up in donut wrapping. Let's take it out here. Okay, donuts. Wow, he doesn't like this? Oh. That's Ezra. He was replacing my cheap Dracula knockoff over here. Oh, there's my receipt, and there's something else down in there. I think it's just more, just more plastic. So, I'm at a loss what he doesn't like about this. Oh, I see what he doesn't like about this. You have to look very close. But this is a 3D print, obviously. And, well, maybe it's not obvious to you. And you can see where the print separated. Right here, there's a line going across the back of his head. But you can't see it in the front. So, I have no problem with this at all. It's awesome. Awesome, I tell you. And it's going to replace this guy over here in just a minute. Out with the old, in with the Ezra. Oh. I had to park in another zip code, but here we are. Take a look around through the back. Okay, so where am I? I don't even know where I am.
Raw seasonings.
I'm sorry?
Raw seasonings.
Raw seasoning. And they had a Cajun spice that I want to try out. And we'll put it on an episode probably in like 2 days when I make gumbo. So we'll try that out and see how that works out. But this looks like a pretty good selection here. So we're checking out good prices too. Six for $30 off, right? So the one that I'm getting, the Cajun, is $8 or something like that. Yeah. So here a little back up here. All right, so we're at absolutely delightful. Absolute, and I got the worst bee joke I've heard in a long time when I got here, but this is all honey. What makes it absolutely delightful?
Because we represent beekeepers,
Mm-hmm.
and so all of our honey is local,
Good.
certainly to Arizona, but one of them is up near Route 66, you know, standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona.
I've been there, yeah.
But the rest of them are all here within Maricopa County. So we represent beekeepers. On our jars it says our name, Absolutely Delightful Arizona
Very cool.
Honey, and then it says the beekeeper and for that particular jar, and then like there, Buckeye Tonopah, where the honey comes from. And that's the way it is on all of our jars.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And we
Well,
have
that's
little things,
absolutely
little bee
delightful.
puppets and bears.
And tell our audience what you said to me when I walked up here.
Which joke did I use?
How do you?
Oh, how you be?
How you be? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Almost turned around and left on that one.
Oh well.
That sounded more like a dad joke. All right. So that's where we are right at the moment. Let's get a long shot there. Look at all that honey. There are bees out there crying right now. I wonder how they be.
We take such good care of them.
That's good. This place got the worst puns in town.
The best, worst puns in town.
Oh,
right?
that's terrible.
Right?
Please do not eat, wait your turn up, and then when I was at the honey place, he said, how you be? Okay, so what kind of bread are you making here? And I mean the actual bread, not the money.
Right? Well, what I've got left, cinnamon swirl, whole wheat, brown sugar, butter, cinnamon filling, a dark rye, traditional sourdough, and I've got my honey white bread left today.
How much is the sourdough?
Sourdough is $7.
Alright, I can do that. Okay, walking back to the car with my fresh baked sliced bread, my Cajun seasonings, my honey sticks. My God, I parked a long way away. There it is. Say hello to my car. Say hello, car. Thank you. Well, as you can tell from the video of the farmer's market, I went to the farmer's market and picked up a few things and came home. And now it's time. I've been procrastinating doing this next thing, but I had to take this poster down and very carefully roll it and put it back in its tube, which I got to grab out of the other room. And then I need to finish these heads, the busts, so I can hang them up. But what I forgot was the shelving, the little, you know, the brackets that hold it up. They're still sitting here. I never painted them or anything. So I'm going to take those, all right, so I'm going to take those out and paint them. I'm going to take this poster down, finish the box, says, both of them theoretically, and then put them up. That's the plan. I love saying that's the plan, because then when it doesn't all happen at one time, I can say, well, that was the plan. But let's see if we can actually do this. Alright, it's time to take these angled brackets, or as I sometimes call them, brangle eckets. Pull them out of their hidden plastic casings, where I'm sure they feel safe and comfortable. I'm not going to finish these or anything, because I don't want them to look too good. I want them to look old and decrepit. Kind of like me. These are actually the heaviest part of the boxes. I think I've dropped a few things. Alright, so I should probably tie my hair back, but you know. This does not need to be perfect because this is the undercoat basically. Conceptual idea. Anything showing through is fine. Take the lighter brown here. This is going to spreckle it. Gray. And finally, the black. And we're only going to go underneath. Like so. And now we will let those sit and dry out here in the hot Arizona coolness. It's about 70, I don't know, 72, 73 degrees. So it's going to take a while. But it is raw wood, so it's going to soak in faster and it's going to dry. My wind clackers are clacking like there's no tomorrow, man. Anyway, I got the shells up. I'll turn and show you. Or I'll try to turn. There we go. Now I'll turn and show you. My shells, the Brangle lackets. Now, I first put them up a little higher. But then when I put the heads up here, they were like, so we don't want that. I got to patch this because that's visible between the two boxes. I'll take care of that later. But I put one up and it looked all right, so we'll see what happens. Now's the time to decorate, or not decorate, but finish the boxes off. Here's one of them done. Tassels here, kind of like an afterthought, but I was originally going to have just kind of like a cloth surrounding it. And I thought, oh, you know what? Thinking of Phantom Manor, they used to have a fancy little frame of like a little curtain frame, you know. It looked fancier. Except that the vegetables were looked like they were floating in the air. This one's sitting in the box. So I decided to do that instead. And then cover it with the torn up netting and pretty darn happy with that one. Now I'll do the other one and put them up on the wall. I have got junk mail today, unlike any kind I've ever had before. That's not entirely true, but you'll see what I mean in just a second. This is from, well, let's put it this way. It says on the front, you're pre-approved. So, what do you think? Okay, here it is. Envelope, lots of gold and white on it. It looks almost holidayish. What makes this so unique? This is for, a loan payoff thing. But look what it says. I'm going to bring it up. Happy money. Happy money. They are giving happy money. Which is a wonderful thing because the money I use to pay my bills is usually pretty crabby, you know? So let's see what's happy about this money here. Happy money. My money's really cranky. Let's see. Okay. New year, no credit card debit. So this is for a loan payoff between $5,000 and $40,000. And you're paying off at the low rate of $3,947 a month. No, I don't know. What terms are available? Choose your flexible payback frame 34 to 60 months, in which case we will take, you have no idea how much interest out on that. What rate will I get through this company? Fixed rates between, okay, here we go. You ready for this? Tell me if you think this is a little bit of a, I don't know, dramatic range. Between 5.99% and 24.88%. You know what 80%, 85% of people are going to get stuck with? The 24.88%. I have no doubt. I would. How do I check my rate and see my offer? Well, go online and cheese and crackers. This is happy money. Now, keep in mind, the only money involved here that's happy is the capital, not the interest. The interest is really pissed off money, man. They didn't want to take it. I disappeared. I came back. They want to take it and make a fortune out of it. So, there you go. Right in the head. But that's going to be it for this episode. I have dillied and dallied, both of them, far too long, and it's time to get this one out. There were other things I was going to put on it, but I just wasted a lot of time, and I didn't. It'll go on the next one. So, next episode, and I can tell you some of this because I already know. I'm taking a road trip back out to Frontier Town, this time when they're open. So, there'll at least be something to see and see if anything new and exciting is happening out there. We have a special event coming up this actually coming weekend. It's the band is showing up for an event. Now what I mean by that is we're showing up, but we're not playing. Our lead singer is going to do one of our songs off a recording because we're not geared up to play live yet. But we're going to be there, and hopefully I'll get that on video. So that should be on the next video as well, and some of the stuff that I'm doing to prepare for that, and some other things will be taking place. I am absolutely sure. So that is what's coming up in the next episode. In the meantime, you guys have yourselves a great week and the blind.